Hi friends, this is Andrea with a new video for Hip Kid Club. I will be working with a layout this week. It is Tuesday cut file and I'll be working with an exclusive April cut file designed by Annette. It is the hot air balloon, and for that initially I thought the blue art walk patterned paper by Heidi Swap would be ideal. I even thought of it until I messed it up with some mixed media work, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. So since I wanted to use that blue patterned paper, I thought backing the cut file as colorful as possible, using of course a lot of pink, was going to be a great idea. And this is what you'll see. You'll see green, yellow, pink, the cardstock light pink around, mainly because it was gonna be a blue sky for this hot air balloon. And I'm using now some vellum to finish backing it up. Here you see, still the blue is, it's gonna be the background. Now I found some rope and cute pink ribbon that I wanted to use to keep adding texture and color to this cut file. We start with the white rope on top, and then we're also using the hot glue for the pink ribbon, just to make sure it stays in place since it is quite thick. Okay, that gold bow will also change in the end. And I'm using these stickers, the Cartabella Summer Market stickers that look like brats to add. Those are all colors that are part of the cut file. So I didn't have two of the same color, so I went with one of each, which still worked. I'm adding some adhesive foam. And now I'm gonna fussy cut some of the hot air balloons from the pattern paper. And I thought that at this point, I'm glad that I went with the black and white photo, mainly because I thought there was already enough color on the cut file and I didn't want to take anything from it, especially because now I'm gonna check all the die cuts and stickers and create a cluster to back my picture and to create like that second focal point in the back on the layout. What happened is, and I think it's that part that I don't have that on this video, but what happened is I decided to play with some watercolors, but it did not go as expected. I did not use gesso on the background, and the watercolors, it just did not work. It did not look good at all. It wasn't one of those cases where you say, well, I can still save this. And I kept on repeating myself, just thinking of Missy and all her amazing watercolor work on every single project, when she says, there is always a way, you can always rescue it, you can always. There was no way. Absolutely no way. So I set that piece of paper aside, and my second option was this rainbow pattern paper. So I had to make it work, and now I'm coming with the stencil that we got in the color kit this month on the April kits, and I'm coming with I'm gonna use texture paste. Since this is all the mixed media I'm gonna play with, I'm not adding any gesso on the background. This should hold fine. And it does. And I'm adding the texture paste on 3 different points just to create that triangle and to focus. And this on the right side, these are gonna be covered by the balloons, the small ones. Set that aside to dry and decided that I was gonna start gluing everything in place and on the cluster for this picture. That will also make it easier for me to move around and bring back to the actual page, without having to worry on having everything in the right place as I want it. Keep adding texture with the sewing machine and some zigzag stitching in 2 places. I brought 2 different tags from the color kit, the Heidi Swap tags that we got in the color kit last month. And that one was cut in half, and now I'm using the other half to add to that cluster. I'll wait on the flowers just because it is a colorful background, and I just want to make sure I add that the flowers go well with the background, and I can place them exactly where they're going to be. Now you can see that the bow ended up changing. If you want to try this and you use the same background, I would have preferred to use the yellow bow that we also get in that pack from last month, but both yellow ones I've used on different projects, so I didn't have one left. Now I'm placing the flowers where I want them to be, playing with them a little bit. With the balloons now, so we need to place the balloons where I want them. You have the option of using some of the bigger ones that you can get on the sticker set and the chipboard stickers, but I thought that this were okay. They actually look like some of them are closer and the other ones are farther away. And you'll see once I'm done folding this is all that was left that I was able to reuse from that blue patterned paper. So somehow I got to use it and it got to be part of the layout. So now I'm going to fussy cut just one last hot air balloon from that page to add it to that top left corner. The final touch would be adding the journaling. I'm adding the details on the date, and then I'm coming with my Sharpie pen. I like to add the lines first and then just write on top of them. The lines for me they don't need to be straight. I just like to just have them to write after the lines are there. And that's it. This is my layout. But I knew I wanted to use the hot air balloon cut file, and I think it ended up looking really well, really colorful, full of life, and that's basically what I wanted. Lots of texture and layers, colors, and make it a happy project. I hope you enjoyed the process. Please make sure to check all the details and of all the products that I used. Everything is on the blog post. If you have any question, please leave them on the comments below. You can also go and leave any questions or any comments on the blog, the Hip Kid Club blog, and I will see you around. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and see you next time. Bye bye.